Show us the edge. Yes. The chip on the shoulders, the fight and the passion that comes from within. Whoa. Try to win on every level. Yeah. Expectations high. Gotta show them you can fly. Play harder, better, smarter. Baby, put the league on notice. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah. Whoa, and see the walk of shame enough. Wanna see the walk of winning time to come up and bring out the outlaws. Don't every play, every possession. How bad you want it, love you want it all. This ain't a blood of love, built for something greater. Attacking all obstacles, coming for the ring, my precious. You got the juice, the will, the heart, the fire. Show 'em the proof, show 'em that it shall be done. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Been going lately, and across the board, we couldn't ask for anything better. We just came up a little short, and it's a growth moment for us. We'll continue to grow from this.
Speaking of growth, a much better third quarter. What to you was the difference out of the locker room this time versus the last few games?
The guys just wanted it, and we've been talking about having more of a sense of urgency. And they came out of halftime knowing that we didn't play well in the first half. Well, second quarter we didn't play well, so we kind of wanted to get back into the game and get some stops, get out and run a bit, make some shots. Jordan Hawkins kind of led us out of the half, so good to see him make some. But like I said, hard fought game by both teams. Give them credit. They made a few more plays down the stretch of the game.
And what did you see just with the fourth quarter execution, especially late?
Yeah, we got to be better. We got to be better with the turnovers down the stretch. And that was the difference in the game. You look at the stat sheet, we had 18 turnovers. They had 9. They scored 27 points off our turnovers. So an area of improvement, we've kind of had that up and down throughout the course of the year. So we'll continue to get better there.
In those situations, do you want to see more of Zion and B.I. working together, or is it kind of just not executing what you did run in those situations?
Well, we didn't execute, but they did a great job of being physical, climbing into our guys, scratching, clawing, not allowing us to catch the ball. And that's what teams are going to do, especially against the really good teams. They're going to be physical with our guys. We got to take care of the basketball and get quality looks. If we do that, maybe the outcome is different. So it's just kind of where we are.
And with that, do you feel like this is a situation where you kind of miss having CJ as that ball handler who can calm things down? And you leaned on Dyson a lot tonight, didn't really run it back up point guard in the second half. How much did that kind of factor in just to the execution in the second half?
It's definitely a factor, having guys that's out, that's not available. But there's no excuses. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us. And we got to continue to do what we just did tonight, play hard, compete, give ourselves a chance to win the game. We did. And it just comes down to executing at the end of the game.
Big picture, where are you offensively versus where you want to be?
Excuse me?
Just big picture, where are you guys as a team offensively versus where you want to be?
I don't think we want to be the best offensive team in the first 8 games. Hopefully we get to 40, 50, 60 games and we get our full roster. We can really see what we can do offensively. Yep. Thank you.
All things Pelicans, now tuned into the Pelican Post Game Report. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. Pelicans fall short to the Rockets 104-101, man. Another loss by the Pelicans. That's 4 straight losses by our Pels. And it's very I mean, I wish I could be as cool as Willie is, man. For real, man. I wish I could be as cool as Willie, and how these losses are mounting up, and Willie's just so cool, man. Almost like he doesn't have a pulse sometimes. He's just so smooth and cool, so melancholy. Could be a good or bad thing, man. Me, I'm more of a guy that's just would be very upset that we lost this game, not as cool as he is. Perhaps he shows that in the locker room, perhaps not.
He
I
even
am.
cracked a little smile up, man. Willie was a little happy.
I seen that, brother, and I really didn't want to say nothing about that, DC. I knew you would see it. But anyway, shout out to the fan. Appreciate y'all being an episode of Pelican Post Game Report. Pelicans now 4 straight losses. They lose to the Rockets. We had an opportunity to seize this game. So we're going to bring in our family members, DC, Lexxah. Shout out to y'all for being in the streaming and during another loss. Big ups to Judah with the super chat saying Jay Hawkins, no shots in the fourth, and Matt Ryan, 1 shot. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the super chat right there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Far too kind.
And it's also one of those things, man, we just have to figure this out. And I don't know what to say. But before we get into the team statistics and the individual, DC, start us off, man. What's going on here?
Man, you seen it. You know what's going on. It's like somebody choked on a hard piece of candy or something out there, bro. We gave it away. Pels did everything they needed to do to win. It wasn't pretty at all times. They showed up in the third quarter, but dropped the second quarter, only scoring 17 points, and ultimately dropped the fourth quarter, only scoring 22. But they could have still won because they pretty much had the game with 1 minute and 30 seconds left, 5-point lead. You know, they let Houston get a 3 as if they don't have flashbacks from last year. This is the team that prevented us from going to playoffs. And they hit a 3, man, and then they still were out there lackadaisical, get a turnover, let them score, and you foul, and it's just a mess, man. Very poor execution down the stretch, just lack of urgency and just alertness of what's going on at crucial moments in the game, man. Definitely fixable, but this is a very winnable game. Game you basically had one that you just gave away.
Yeah, it's very upsetting, bro. Very upsetting. Lexxah, how you doing?
It's depressing. It's not. I think it's more depressing than upsetting because you beat yourself.
Indeed, bro. Very, very, very upsetting, man. Very upsetting watching this happen, man. We'll go over the team statistics into this one, and let me hit the stats first, Lex. Let me do that first. Let me run through this before I don't want to, just keeping it $115. Field goals from the Pelicans tonight: 34 of 75, 45.3%. Rockets 36 of 88, 41%. Pelicans were 8 of 25 from downtown, 32% flat. Rockets 10 for 35 for 28.6. This is the real big stat to me. In the game, the foul shooting. The Pelicans were 25 of 34 for 73.5%. Rockets 22 of 28 for 78.6%. We missed a lot of foul shots. Half those foul shots, we win the game. Just saying. Rebounds 49-42 advantage Pelicans in the matchup, 20-12 on the assists. That's really a surprising statistic within itself, fam. And we had 12 assists in this game. 12 assists. Rockets 20 assists in the game. Steals 9-6 Rockets. Blocks 6-5 Pels. 18 turnovers. You heard Willie talk about that with 27 points off. 9 by the Rockets with 4 points off. 6-9 or 9-6 with the points off of the turnovers. Fast break points, 9-6 fast break. The points in the paint, still the Rockets advantage 44-40 in the matchup. So going over the team statistics, Lex, talk to me about this, man. Besides the foul shots, and I know that's, to me, looking at the statistics and watching the game, I was like, damn, those damn foul shots. If we hit some more foul shots, don't turn the ball as much, we get this victory. It just seems like we're just so undisciplined with some of this stuff. But what do you see?
Well, definitely I see a coaching issue. In this game, Willie was outcoached badly. As far as his stats, we did well in the rebounds. We won it there, but again, turnovers and rebounds go hand in hand. So it was an opportunity cost as far as with the turnovers. The offense, the offense was not moving at all, which henceforth, that's why the assists are not there. Like everything is, with this new offense, because I'm trying to give it time, but I think I'm kind of tapped out of this new offense. I'm really not feeling it. It's actually worse. The ball is not moving. It's so easy to guard the Pelicans. It's too easy. The ball's not moving. I don't see any plays. I didn't see any plays. Maybe for Jordan Hawkins, which is very, very interesting there because I like Jordan Hawkins, but to run plays for him, which is just and I don't know. That doesn't really seem like the right move. That's not going to allow you to win the game like you need to. Yeah, there's just so many things about this game that I just did not like, and it comes from the coaching standpoint. But I didn't see a lot of plays. I didn't see a lot of sets. It just seemed like the offense was a struggle. Just a few years ago, like the Pelicans had one of the top offenses in the league. And, it's like, so now all of a sudden that's gone. It's like, as far as defensively, if you're stopping the, the team on the other end, that does not matter if you're still not getting the ball up in the hole. Sometimes the best defense is offense. We've heard that statement many a time. So you still have to put the ball up in the hole. I think really like the stats don't really tell what happened in the clutch, but that whole ending was trifling. It was just trifling, man. I'm trying to figure out out of the timeout, that was a horrible, horrible play call. You ran it twice. If there's you can get away with a shot like that with a mismatch between Brandon and Alperin. But my God, when you see that Brandon is having problems with Dylan Brooks, why in God's name are you still running that same play? There's a saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. My man, that play was broke. That means you have to fix it. You have to make the adjustment. You got to make the adjustment. And then the only star on the team, you cannot stick him down in the corner. That makes absolutely no sense. You're down 1 point and you need 2 points. You did not need a 3. There was still hope. Like, I don't understand this stuff. This is not making sense. It's not making sense at all. And you have to excuse me. I really am like really bothered because it's just simple things. It's simple things that are not being addressed. I mean, really, like this has nothing to do with injuries. I don't like the laid back attitude. That's bothering me. I remember Candace Parker. She talked about Lonzo Ball. The way that he played, like in the beginning stages. And it's like, they're losing. And that laid back attitude is like, at some point in time, that's going to have to change. Well, it's the same thing here. That laid back attitude on a game that you should have won. Not could have, you should have won this game. This is ridiculous. There really isn't any excuse because even with all these percentages, these team stats, you were still up. You were still up. And I think the second quarter and the third quarter, they switched. They actually switched. It wasn't a 40-point game, but that second quarter was atrocious. Third quarter, Jayhawk came out hot. But that didn't last long. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, how is Dylan Brooks still in the game? And two of our guys fouled out. Please ask me. And they had less fouls in him coming down the stretch. You know who gave Dylan Brooks problems? You know who gave him all them fouls? Zion did. And you know what Ime Udoka did? Ime Udoka, you know what? We're going to try something. We're going to take Dylan Brooks and we're going to put him on BI. You see what happened?
It worked.
An adjustment was made and there was no counterpunch. There was no counterpunch. That's coaching. Dylan Brooks is a pest. He's a hound dog. That mess wasn't bothering Zion. You know why? Because he's got enough meat on his bones to handle Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks couldn't do nothing with him. But then Ime made the adjustment. Hey, put Dylan on Brandon. You know why? Because Willie's trying to get the ball to BI. He's trying to run that same play. He's forcing that play to happen. You're forcing something that you didn't even have to force anything. Make the adjustment, man. Make the adjustment. You're playing into the opponent team's hand because they know that you are not going to make the adjustment. That is a chess move, man. That's a chess move. You gotta understand what's going on, man. I mean, this game they shouldn't have lost. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to take a long time, man. I mean, it's things like that that's like, how can you not see that? How long does it take for you to learn that? Don't make no sense.
Yes. Get it out, Lexxah. Get it all on out.
Woosah.
I got a whole lot more, but I'm trying to like I said, I'm trying to be cool about it. But I'm looking at this stuff and it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. This stuff is it's not making no sense at all.
Yeah, you got a great points, Lexxah. All of that was fantastic. Mm-hmm. On point. Every last word was on point here. And I picked the Pelicans to lose the game, but I'm still at a loss because they were so competitive in stretches. But once again, we can't finish the game. The turnovers, the easy rim running that they get, it's just a comedy of errors that help stifle us from getting this. But this was supposed to be the Pelicans game, and they allowed it to slip through their grasp yet again. And it's how he's so cool. Like I had to put him back up there.
I was trying to figure out maybe he knows something we don't know, man.
No, he doesn't.
How can you be that calm? Willie was smiling before he got up there. I'm like, what the hell? Was you collecting intel this game or something? You got a master plan for the next game? He's not bothered at all by this loss, man. And your team
is it okay?
Gave away a game.
Are we trying to lose? Are we trying to win or are we trying to lose, man?
I mean, I've seen. I'm not saying this is what Willie Green is doing, but I've seen really great coaches sometimes intentionally lose games to prove a point or to get a team to buy in to what they're doing and kind of letting things go off the rails to show the guys it won't work. Not saying that's what he's doing, but I mean, that would be one of the scenarios where I've seen people try to lose and it actually turns into winning because they were doing something for a purpose. The moment didn't mean much in the grand scheme of things. But I don't know, Lex, because like you said, you point out a lot of the same things I saw. It just doesn't
I
make
can
sense.
point out
And
more. You know
when
what I'm saying?
the team was unraveling, like you don't do anything to kind of shake them back and get them together. Like it's more of the same.
The
But
timing of his timeouts were horrible.
it's always been bad.
But
That's
the thing is, it's like how long? Like I'm not seeing any movement upward as far as with him. Just like if he really did play chess, like dog, I'm betting against you every single time. You're horrible. You're horrible. You have no moves. And it's simple things, man. I mean, it just, and this game, I can honestly say this game had nothing to do with CJ being out. This game had nothing to do with injuries. This game, they should have won this game. This game came down simply from coaching. That's what it came down to. It had nothing to do with injuries. It was like a 7-8 point lead? Like in the last 2 minutes?
yeah.
Nah. I'm not putting this on injuries. I'm not putting this on CJ being out. Man, bump all that, man. Forget all that. You basically gave this game away because your inability to counterpunch what Ime Udoka did. And the best thing, you continuously ran a play that did not work. You were trying to force a play that did not work, and you were down 1. You need a 2-pointer. Who would you go to for a 2-pointer if you just need 2 points?
Well, apparently it's BI.
It's very, I mean, I'm at a loss on this one, man. I know it's still early on, but man, it's going to get late, real fast if he don't start turning this thing around, man. And we can't be sitting up here talking about we missing a few guys. Yeah,
I'm past all that, man.
This
I'm
game,
past all that. Forget about all the injuries, man. We still have guys on the court. Zion is out there. He's being misused. I'm just, this is just
They got
crazy,
Zion
man.
in the corner, man. I don't understand.
That's the best you can do with the only star on the team. According to the NBA, he's the only star on this team.
Like, why is Zion in the corner, man?
DC, I don't know what I seen. I was like, what is going on
Zion,
here?
Zion don't even shoot.
Oh my
He don't
gosh.
even shoot corner threes, man.
DC,
like, what is Zion doing in the
DC,
corner?
let me tell you something. You know what's crazy? Guess who's guarding Zion? Uncle Jeff.
Come on,
Uncle
Lex.
Jeff is guarding Zion freaking Williamson. You got one of the most peskiest defenders on BI, and you have Uncle Jeff, who's like, 37, 38 on Zion freaking Williamson.
He had a draw-on hairline.
Okay.
No hair at the top. So
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. What matchup do you think is best? Even if Dylan was on Zion, I would have taken that matchup.
I mean, Dylan was giving Zion some problems too, but I definitely agree.
But Dylan racked up all them fouls against Zion though.
He
wasn't falling over. He didn't fall over like a willow tree when he was bumped.
Right.
He didn't fall over.
But them 5 turnovers Zion had, majority of them did come on Dylan Brooks, but I definitely still agree with you. He just can't do it. It was so bad to me watching this game. It got to a point, Lex, it wasn't even hurting no more. I was just numb. Like I saw it coming before we lost. Because it's just, you see all of those little things. It's like, what the hell is going on? What are we doing?
Well, I mean,
why we got BI trying to do everything? Why are you running actions with Tyson Daniels and Larry and BI. What the fuck is this?
Hey, you know what, DC? Hey, man, like, another thing, I don't understand, like, how is it that we've seen that Point Zion works? I have nothing against these guys. You have a rookie and Jayhawk. And then you have a guy, and I want to say this, Kyra, he lost his playing time to Sebron. You know, he didn't play tonight.
I don't know why, because
Okay.
Kyra hasn't been playing great, but he's playing better than Sebron.
But Sebron, you have the ball in Sebron's hand, a guy who barely plays and gets garbage minutes. That's who you have handling the ball. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it a majority of the rest of the team is handling the ball, but here just last season, we were a top 4 seed with Zion handling the rock. I'm telling you, man, something ain't right about that. We know what works, but you're going away from what's working. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. And it doesn't have to get worse.
Sometimes it got to get worse before it get better, Lex.
So you're saying everybody else should handle the rock?
All right, man, stop stoking.
Instead of no, I mean he's making it.
I gotta help her get it all out, man. This is a safe place.
Oh no, I mean, hey, I'm still under controlling things, but I'm bringing these things to light because they need to be said. This is not good basketball, man. This really isn't.
Yeah, let's hit the individual statistics on this one, man. 31 points from BI in this one. In 39 minutes, he was 11 of 24 from the field, 3 of 11 from downtown. He was 6 of 9 from the foul line. He started a little creaky, but finished 6 of 9. 31 points. He did have 4 turnovers in the game, but he finished with 5 assists and 6 boards. Zion, 24 points, 34 minutes, 8 of 16 from the field, 8 of 11 from the foul line. He had 5 turnovers. Ingram had 4. Zion had 5. 8 boards for Zion in the game. Next guys, 15 from Valanciunas and 9 rebounds in 29 minutes of action. You know what happened with him. A Jayhawk, 14 points in 41 minutes of action. 4 of 11 from the field. 3 of 8 from downtown. 3 of 4 from the foul line. He had 7 boards, 2 steals in the matchup. You know what happened with him. Dyson, 10 points in 41 minutes of action. He was 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from downtown, perfect from the foul line, and he had a double-double tonight, 10 points, 10 rebounds, a couple assists and a steal. Off the bench, Robinson, what's his last name? Robinson, I'm going to have to learn his brother's name. Robinson Earl.
Earl. Yeah, I'm about to say
Robinson Earl. Yeah,
Earl.
5 points for Robinson Earl tonight in 9 minutes of action. Matt Ryan, 16 minutes, 1 shot, 2 rebounds, and nothing really else to talk about. Larry Nance had 15 minutes. He had 5 boards and an assist and 1 point in the matchup. And Lexxah astutely mentions Sebron, who played 12 minutes. He was 0 for 3 from the field. He did give you a steal and a rebound, but outside of that, I didn't get the KLJ thing either. So DC, kind of lead off on these individual statistics, bro.
There ain't a lot to lead off with, as you can see, man. We didn't get anything from the bench. Them names, you ain't really had to do a lot when you got down there, man. That was one of the major things that lost us this game as well. As those points off turnovers really killed us, man. 24 points. But individually tonight, man, it just seems like the last 3-4 games, it's been the same guy that's been impressing me. It's Hawk as usual. I mean, he only got 14 points, but he got all of that in like the third quarter. And then for whatever reason, he got hot and they kept looking for him, and then they just stopped and never really went back to him. I didn't think he got a shot in the fourth quarter. We're down by 3, and no BI gonna take the last shot, but I just wonder, what if we drew up a play for Hawk, man, and tried it? Yeah, he looking a little Ray Allen-ish. Maybe he could have bailed us out, but guess we'll never know until we try to trust him a little more, maybe. But 14.7 rebounds, 2 steals from Hawk, and an assist, man. 3 turnovers though, so he got to work on that. But that's still low compared to everybody else in the starting lineup other than Dice. Which Dice is another guy. I thought he defensively, he was very active. He got on the boards, which we needed tremendously. And 10 points for Dice, going 6 for 6 from free throw line. It ain't a whole lot, but it's definitely a bright spot to me. For who Dice is, what he is, and the role he was playing, I was happy with his game. Bi and Zion, obviously, they put up pretty decent numbers, but I think Zion was more impressive to me tonight than Bi, even though he had more points. I did like him shooting more threes, but 11 of them, I don't know. You only make it 3. We might want to get that number down a little bit. I know CJ's missing, Trey's missing. You got to get them up, but 11 of them might be a bit much for him. But Zion definitely looked probably the best I've seen him this season. Tonight, he's starting to look more like himself. I don't know, maybe his conditioning is finally starting to take a turn. Still looks a little tentative at times. I mean, Brooks was giving him some problems. He did have 5 turnovers, man. But outside of that, didn't get a whole lot of assists. I'd like to see him get more assists, but 8 rebounds, man. The way he was attacking, he was getting foul calls for him. He went 8 for 11 from free throw line after missing like his first 3. So I thought Zion played pretty well, man. And outside of just down the stretch and in other moments in this game, where I didn't like what I was seeing, but some of that was the design of what they're doing, because I can't expect Zion to take over the game if you got him in the corner or at the 3-point line and he scores all his points in the paint. Doesn't really seem like much of a threat to draw any gravity over there. But nonetheless, turned in a solid performance today, along with Hawk, Dice, and Bi, man.
Wow. I mean, yeah, this is I'm at a loss on this one, man, because it was better than the performance they had the previous game against Minnesota. It was a better performance. Still in all, at the end, having a game in hand and then losing the way they did at the back end was very disgusting, very awful. And, how did they turn it around? We had enough star power to make it happen. It just, how do you turn this around? What does Willie do? How does he fix the bad coaching and all this? I don't know how he does it. He have to step out of character, man, for real, man, because you got to shock these guys some kind of way. You got to step out of character. And I don't know, Willie's a kind of a middling personality type. He don't step out unless
you called him a middling personality.
Got a middling personality. He kind of is around the middle.
What the hell, Q?
But Thomas,
a middling personality.
It's a middling personality, DC, and that's as kind as I can get right there, bro. I'm about to say something else. Look, I ain't say something else. Thomas says, Q, what happened with Michael? Yeah, man, I'm gonna do a show tonight, man. I'm gonna do something on it. Sports Coma, Michael Thomas, man, wide receiver for the Saints, threw I think 2 bricks at a worker, damaged his vehicle.
Not 1, but 2? I thought it was just 1.
I think it was 2, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
heard he was slapping cell phones out people's hands. That's what I heard.
He threw 2 bricks. He threw 2 bricks and then at a manager's truck.
Man, you know how mad you got to be to throw 2 bricks?
He threw 2 bricks at the man's vehicle.
What they did to Mike, man.
And he slapped his phone out of his hand when he tried to take pictures of it. So the police was called and Michael Thomas was taken away by the police for attacking the truck. So, that's something we're going to talk about. I was probably going to do Coffee with Q tomorrow morning or Saturday morning. Probably the Saturday morning I'll do it. Saturday morning, Coffee with Q. We'll cover this and other stuff. But thank you, Thomas, for the super chat, bro. Thank you.
I want to say thank you very much. Picking me up and bringing me back to this world.
Yes, indeed. So he probably was mad about how the Pelicans lost this game.
That's what that makes, because it was right at the same time. Mike was watching the game, Q.
That's what it was. He
bro.
Game. Then he turned on.
Then he tried to get in his car. He's like, man, maybe I'll go out and party to get this off my mind. And he blocked in by them damn people.
That's right. Then what really sent him over the edge is when he turned it on and heard Lexxah venting and going off, and that's what really this is Lexxah's fault. To be honest with y'all, she is the reason why Michael Thomas was hauled away. Michael Thomas hurt Lexxah
I
venting.
don't got nothing to do with that. Well, I was
Lexxah-
about to
Lexxah
say
said, "Don't
something.
take that band low on me."
I don't got nothing to do with that dude. See, I'm trying.
Hurt Lexxah going off, man, and Michael Thomas said, "I'm gonna go on off too."
That was
So
the last straw, huh?
that was the
No,
last.
I'm still under control. I'm not throwing bricks and junk. I ain't gonna do that.
Tramal said Michael Thomas has edge.
He definitely got some edge
Nah.
on there. He got to stand up.
No, that if he ain't competing though, man, that's out of control type edge.
Well, I mean, you could say that, but we really don't know what happened. I mean, you shouldn't be throwing
No.
bricks at people's car and slapping phones out their hand. But we weren't there, and we don't know what happened. I don't know what the person
Yeah.
did to him. So, hopefully, all of that gets rectified. Mike can suit up on Sunday, man.
Well, it just gets more and more entertaining for New Orleans sports. That's all I can say to you. We had Chris Olave had his issues. Now Michael Thomas.
We never have a dull moment with New Orleans sports. That is for sure.
Not one damn moment.
Man, my head hurts.
Drink some water, Lex.
I don't even know, man. I'm sitting down. I'm watching basketball, and you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna just stay seated. You know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna get up. I'm not
So,
getting.
you gotta just take your coach cue. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I might fold some clothes, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Clean some dishes.
Yeah, we gotta stay calm like Willie.
You know what I'm saying? Get something done around the house. You know.
I think we need to change our motto, man. That won't bow down shit ain't.
They don't say
Yeah, they don't say that no more. They don't, and
What's
they
our
don't
new
need to bring
motto?
it back.
bow down all.
Bow down
Shoot.
all the time.
Shoot,
We might as well be the damn Chinese. All the bowing we be ready.
man,
I know what the motto
man,
is.
Willie need to be acquitted, man.
Oh man.
He you know.
I'll tell you what the motto is. The motto is to stay humble in losing. That's what coach.
No, well, hey, like, is that for yourself in your own personal life? Because I don't think that's for this fan base.
No, I'm just saying that's how Willie is doing. Willie is showing you by his examples. Stay calm
Man,
because he really
his
that
answers bother me so much.
he feels like he can get this turned around, and he's not going to show.
I don't believe in him.
What about never get too high and never get too low? What about that?
Yeah, he's showing
that'd be a
me
good
what
motto?
he's been doing last season, and you know, it's showing in basic things. It's showing in basic things. Like this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. How long does it take? Like when you see a mismatch, you know what I'm saying? When you see a mismatch, how come you can't make that adjustment?
Only thing I can see is that he didn't see it. He made a bad call. That's
What
all.
game was he looking at? What game was he looking at? What game? Look, did you know you were at the Houston Pelicans game?
But I'm saying, listen, this is what actually happened. He seriously thought that was going to work, and Emil Doka says, "Really?" And that's how it ended up.
And that's
So
what
really
coaches are doing. That's what
I
they're
know.
doing. They think this stuff is funny. Like, this dude is a joke. I can't believe he's not making an adjustment. We're gonna keep doing this. He hasn't made any type of adjustments. Oh my gosh. I mean, they know that he's gonna play right into their hands.
Yeah, and that's what we did tonight, man. And like I said, this was one we had. Now, as we move forward, let's kind of look forward and span ahead at the next matchup coming up on Sunday.
I'm just letting you know right now, Q, before you ask me, I'm going with the matchup indicator.
Okay, all right, thank you. Appreciate that.
Hey, I want to say this real quick though. I'm concerned about this whole 6-game homestand.
How so?
How so?
How so? Elaborate.
Are you looking at the teams that we have playing at home? Like what? We're playing 2 of those teams twice, right? At home, Dallas and Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at their games, and they're looking very good. I mean, they whooped. I know Dallas. They whooped the Clippers by 30
Yeah,
tonight.
they beat the brakes
They
off them.
spanked them.
Luka scored 42 points in 24 minutes.
Okay, I'm just
On 84% shooting.
looking at the trends of these other teams playing. It's not looking good because they're playing. They're clicking. They're connecting. The chemistry is solid. Like they're playing very well right now. And right now, the Pelicans are the Pelicans' own problem. We can't even get to the opponent team yet. We can't even get to the officiating because the Pelicans are their own problem right now.
But between now and then, though, do we make the adjustments to become better? It was a much better effort than the Minnesota game. We can all agree on that. It's a much better effort for large portions of
course.
the game.
Well,
But-
me personally, I think it's I think it was similar. It's just the variation of where they made their runs and kind of dropped the ball were different. Like instead of the third quarter laying the egg, we laid the egg in the second quarter. You know, like it's just we can't play a complete game, no matter how you want to chop it up and what order you want to put it into. They're not playing complete 4 quarters of basketball. Like you should not be going every game and having 17, 18, 12-point quarters. You know, this shouldn't happen to you every night. And that's kind of where we at right now. So until we can figure that out, man, and get out our own goddamn way. Because you're right, Lex. They can't get out of their own way to even get to the opponent. So we're already defeated in whatever we're trying to do. So
yeah, because it's not clear. I mean,
they don't know who they are.
Look
yet.
at the
They
game.
still trying
There's
to
no
find their
identity. This team in every quarter, it's an identity crisis. It's like who we were in the first quarter. I don't know who we're going to be in the second quarter.
Right.
I don't know who we're going to be in the third quarter, let alone the fourth. That's how that's how crazy. I mean, it's like 4 split personalities. I mean, it's kind of creepy. You know, the thing is like I saw so many people handling the rock, and I'm like, this is crazy, man. Like we need some solidarity somewhere, but you know, Jayhawk, he shouldn't be handling the rock. He doesn't do well creating his own shot. And he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then Sebron, a guy who barely gets minutes, you're putting the ball in his hands. Nothing against him. I'm just saying, like, it's not making sense. He got playing time in the last game, but not like he did today.
Okay, let's lead into this one with the Dallas matchup. Man, this is it's going to be pretty interesting. Dallas is 7-2. They're 3-1 on the road. Pelicans, y'all know the score. They're 4-5, 2-2 at home. We do have a lot of issues and problems. Maybe I don't know what happens. Maybe we get Herb back for this upcoming matchup. I'm not sure.
Definitely need him.
Yeah, we
need a coach. I mean, come on, man. Like it's not just the players, man. It's coaching, man. Like just
I mean, but we still are short on players though, Lex. We can't.
But that's
totally
not why
ignore
we
that.
lost this game.
It's not. But you were missing even 2 of your starters in this game because you had Valanciunas that fouled out and Jordan Hawkins that fouled out. Herb isn't here and CJ McCullough. So it's not the reason we lost this game, but this is a part of what they're going through and why they're struggling mightily. Because one of those guys, if you have Herb or you have CJ, I believe the Pels would have found a way to win this game without choking it away.
Maybe. Well, I mean,
I don't
bit something else.
Do you need them to? Do you need those guys to shoot free throws because you missed 10 free throws tonight? You hit half of those, you win the game. We don't need them there. We hit free throws.
I mean, even with the missed free throws, we were up in the last 2 minutes, like by 8 points.
That's the frustrating part to me.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
even with everything, all the things, the mistakes, where we failed as far as with the turnovers, the free throws, we were still up by 7 or 8 points. And that's what's crazy.
Yeah, I know it was a collapse, man, real quick. And I don't know if I agree. I hear what you're saying, DC, about the last comparing both the games, this game versus the last game. To me, just visually, optically looking at it, it looked different. You know, in terms of the Pelicans being more competitive, Zion and Bi's performances. And then it came down to, you had the turnovers, the missed free throws, and all other stuff. And of course, the referees got involved with your boy got calls every time he went down there. Green, my goodness, I thought that was LeBron James. That dude got, all the damn calls. He got like 9 calls. I'm like, damn, is this guy a superstar or whatever? But the reality is we in their building and we expect these little weird calls to happen. But the Pelicans, they lost this game. They had this game in hand. Take care of the ball, take care of business. You win this game, you get out of there. So, I mean, looking at the Dallas matchup, we come home. We got a long stand. Lexxah kind of touched on that. How do we get this victory? And they all touched on it about coaching, making adjustments. DC, let me start with you. And then Lexxah, you chime in, sweetheart. But y'all tell me what we need to do to get this victory. You know what I'm saying? What do we have to do?
First off, I think we need to get angry because just the energy of the vibe is like, oh, we'll be okay. It's kind of laid back, nonchalant. So that temperament has to change. I mean, I don't know exactly how the tournament works. I actually need to read up on that. I don't think we're out of the running, but you got a chance to get everybody on the team $500,000. Like, do y'all care? You know what I'm saying? Like, everything ain't gonna be perfect, but I think first and foremost, man, it's just pride. Like they gotta pride themselves on being better, on doing some of those little things that it's been repeated that they need to do. Obviously, we don't expect them to not make a mistake. We don't expect this offense to go seamlessly and they just miraculously figure everything out in this game against Dallas. But they need to play like they playing for something, man. You can't just get lackadaisical with what you're doing. And then secondly, after you get that, we got to execute. Coach got to call better plays. They got to understand the tempo of the game, man. Understand what's going on when the momentum is shifting. And they need to adjust properly because this is a game of momentum. So when Houston gets it, if Houston got the momentum, man, this ain't the time you go and jack up a shot, to see if you hot. And that's always the thing in basketball. A lot of people would say that's the job of the point guard. Point guard can help control tempo and control momentum. And I would agree. So if we're going to have B.I. be the point guard or Zion be the point guard, or Dice, whoever, they're going to have to take control, man, and control the tempo of this game. Because I tell you what, Luka is for damn sure going to do that. You're not going to go in there. Even if we would have won this Houston game the way we won it, we wouldn't have been able to beat Dallas with the way we played today. So not only would the Pels have to play way better than they played today, they actually would have to play a lot smarter to be able to beat this Dallas team. Dallas ain't playing no games, man. I've been watching them this season, and they ain't coming to mess around. They hit the ground running, and they're 7-2, 7-3. I can't tell if they're 7-3 or 7-2, but they're not gonna go out easy. So you really gonna have to bring one of your best efforts that you've had all season to be able to beat this Dallas squad. Yeah, we shorthanded. The Pels can definitely do it, But I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't putting my money on them. I think they're gonna lose.
All right, you betting against them this time around. I mean, is it
I
possible?
mean, I can't. How
If-
can I after what I just saw? And I know they have to play 2 to 3 times better than they played tonight to be able to beat this team, man.
Okay. Well, I mean, fair enough. Lex, what you think?
Whatever the game plan is, throw that out the window. Throw it all the way out the window. And do something unconventional. Because you've shown the opponent coaches and the opponent teams, you've shown them that you're predictable. You don't run plays. You know, there is no 2-game or best duo between Zion and BI. If anybody still believes that, you know, the truth is out there. They're not playing off of each other, and it doesn't look good. Being disciplined, got to be disciplined from behind the arc. You got a lot of 3-point shooters in Doncic, you know, Grant Williams, and obviously Kyrie. You got to play sound defense on him as well, because obviously, you know, Kyrie is he can go inside, and he's very graceful inside. So you got to stay disciplined. Got to watch out for the lobs. They do a lot of lobs. Lively is really working great for them, but they get a lot of easy shots. So definitely being disciplined on defense, not getting jump happy or playing too much on weak side. They can't do that. They got a lot of weapons, and their weapons are a whole lot more consistent than any of the weapons that we have, like as a whole. Definitely the weapons that we do have, hey, we got to use all of them. You know, I definitely don't want to see long stretches of Zion not even touching the ball, because, I mean, again, you saw it today. That's really weird to me, to see him go long stretches like that, like someone of that talent, of that caliber, you know, just not get touches. And then when he does get touches, getting them in situations that, you know, that are set up for you to succeed. Definitely ball movement and player movement. We got to have that. There's not a lot of people cutting towards the basket. I know that's one thing that Herb does very well, but we not only need to have ball movement, but we have to have player movement. Oh yeah, and consistency in each quarter, being consistent in each quarter, not having, you know, too much of a gap. Obviously the game is it's a game of runs, but even within those the game, that those runs, you know, don't let the game get out of hand. Don't allow Dallas to have a 40-point quarter like you did with the Warriors and the Nuggets and the T-Wolves. But I mean, really, those are the basic things. But as far as like the main thing, as far as with the game plan, whatever game plan Willie has, man, he needs to throw that out the window, far out the window, and he needs to get unconventional, do something different than what he has been doing.
Yeah, but will he do that though? That's the whole thing with Willie.
No, he won't.
It doesn't seem like all of the
He's cool.
right.
You saw his demeanor.
Right. When you get to, it takes a certain sense of urgency or desperation almost for you to kind of abandon practices that you believe in, whether we believe in them or not. I mean, to a degree, he believes in what he's doing. And I think he's more on the patient side, saying that if we be a little bit more patient, we just got some of these guys back. They're not playing totally together. We're seeing some improvement because he'll tell you that he's seeing incremental improvement. If we just have to clean this up, we'll see things click and go.
Man,
That's
I don't
what
want clean. I
Is
don't
he
want to
talking about the players or himself? Because I'm not seeing his improvement.
he wouldn't put. He's never gonna just put it on him. He's gonna throw himself in there too. So it's no doubt about it. But that's his spiel. That's his approach. His approach is the patience angle. We keep doing this. We got a couple of these guys missing. They came back. Zion, we got him back after missing the game. Bi just came back several games ago. We missing Herb. We missing this. When we get our guys together, then we can go on a run. We missing Jose. We missing Trey. We missing CJ. We missing whatever. Everybody, damn near. So his approach is let's just be patient and keep doing what we're doing, and eventually it'll work for us. I mean, that's Willie's approach. There is no urgency in this press conference today.
No, there isn't. And that's very disturbing.
But you can't be mad at him, Lexxah, in terms of him. He's very consistent at what he's doing. It's the same energy that he showed when we got knocked over the head by Minnesota and when we lost the game in the last 2 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
It's the same level.
I mean, it's the same thing that he had during that 10-game losing streak too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's disturbing. Something's wrong with that. And it looks like, that's what, right now, this is a 4-game skid right now. At one point in time, and it's like on the 10th game, that's when you decided to get upset and want to get a technical and get ejected out the game. Come on, man. The 10th game.
Yeah, I think he is you. I see where you're going. I understand your thought process on Willie, that he needs to get out of character, and maybe that shocks the team and galvanizes the team up the urgency level. That's no doubt about it. And like I said, tonight, these guys, I mean, it was just some of these unforced errors, like they're moving the ball and they're just not seeing where they're throwing the ball at. The defense could have been a lot better. And to me, I'm like, okay, if you don't have an offensive identity, shouldn't we understand from a defensive perspective what we're supposed to do, not let teams get these easy ass layups on us? I mean, it's just like it's every game they getting these easy layups. Somebody not knowing where they're supposed to be. Somebody ain't closing out quick enough. It's always something.
Yeah.
It's just too easy. That's very, and I ain't gonna say all the time, but not consistently enough. The defense is not consistent enough to kind of clamp down and do its thing. You see it here and there. Like when Herb's out there, you see him make plays. You see Larry out there, he'll do a few things here or there. But all of the easy layups that we giving up to these people on day in and day out, and then of course when the referees do bless you to get to the foul line, you miss 10 free throws tonight. It's hard for me to, you see, when we start talking about all the schematics and all of the decision making on the calls on the court from Willie and all this, the first thing I look at is the simple thing. Like, that's just how my mind goes. What could we have done simple, the simple thing to win this game? Hell, we just lost, what was it, 104 to 10? What was it? 104 to 101 or something crap like that?
101 to 104.
You lost by 3 points. You could have, 4 points, you get 4, you win the game. But anyway, you missed 10 foul shots. 10. You hit 5 of them, you win the game. You hit half of them. And that's what I'm saying. I would start there first, like in terms of like the fundamental stuff. Like the defense definitely have to improve. The foul shots, when you get foul shots from these free throws, you've got to hit that shit, man. You got to convert a large clip of those. And tonight, that was called for. We would have had this game. It wouldn't have been as close as what it was. It'd have been a different effect. But we got to do the simple stuff, man, before Willie, and you're right on him getting out coached in the effort and all what he's thinking. Yeah, you're right. But on the court, the foul shots is something that the team can control. We can play better defense. We can do that. Now, his decision making on who to play like toward the back end, I would have not put C. Brown in there over no KLJ. We need somebody. It's just a whole nother different level of it. But foul shots to me, man, we hit the damn free throws. It's the simplest thing to me, man, for real. We win the damn game. We hit half the freaking shots that we missed tonight. 10 of them. So, whatever, man. Shout out to the fan. Appreciate y'all being here. Very frustrating, man, as y'all can hear. We all kind of upset because the Pelicans dropped another game, man. We are currently 4-5. We welcome in the Dallas Mavericks, who are 7-2 and are playing really good ball. Luka, Kyrie, who else they got? A bunch of people that they know what they're doing. Jay Kidd, head coach. So if you thought Udoka would give Willie problems, imagine what Jay Kidd's going to do. Think about that one. All right, so how y'all feeling, guys? Y'all feeling pretty good? Lexxah, DC, y'all up to taking a few calls tonight? What y'all want to do? I'm gonna leave it in y'all hands.
It doesn't matter. I'm on here.
Okay, you're in the.
I'm here for about 10 more minutes, man, and I'm out. But let's go ahead and take some calls.
All right, so fam, we're gonna let the family members chime in, man. I see Jay Black's in there. Shout out to the family. Being him to drop the link for the chime in, man, and y'all by all means, y'all feel free to drop on in, and we'll be going. I ain't gonna go all night, man, because I gotta get up early tomorrow. But I say probably like 12:30 or something like that. Sorry to cut it short, but it is what it is, and ain't nothing really to be celebrating too much tonight anyway, right? Because the Pelicans stink. Tonight they lost, and it's 4 straight losses, and we got Dallas and all this kind of stuff. So maybe we can kind of get some good positive energy going, perhaps some ideas flowing to kind of get this team on the right side of things, man. We definitely need some damn help, ain't no doubt about it. All right, fam, so the link is in the chat. Y'all want to pop in, hit that damn link, and come on in and spread and drop some game about the Pelicans, man. Let me know how y'all feel in this thing. So we got Don Anthony. We're gonna chime in and bring him in on the chat. If y'all want to pop in, please hit the link. Won't be going all night to about 12:30 as I cut off time. So here we go. Don Anthony, welcome to the show. How you doing, bro?
Yo.
How you doing, bro?
Man, this is why I listen to this show, man, because boy, I done had my times of being angry with the Pelicans, screaming and yelling. I'm through with that. I just come here for therapy. And and I love Lexxah, man, because she be speaking for us. I swear to God. Oh my goodness, because
I appreciate that.
Man, and then how about I want y'all to replay all them videos from last year when I told y'all Willie is our Mark Jackson and we need our Steve Kerr. I've been telling y'all this. Willie's just a principled guy, just a spiritual guy. That's just what he does. Just try to motivate things like that. But as far as the schematics and the adjustments, no, we need our Steve Kerr. I've been saying that last year, and during the game also, I'm not big on criticizing Zion, but I want to criticize him too. I need him to be locked in on defense a lot more. Move his feet. Stop playing with his hands so much. But that's not ignoring the fact that he is getting fouled on the other end. I mean, he's getting hacked. That's clear as day. But I do want him to control the controllables as far as playing defense, less handsy. Jay Hawk, man, excellent. I mean, a pivotal piece for our team going forward. He's great. I like how we do get him involved. But I do want us to create plays for him to come off of screens, like around screens and things like that, and shoot the ball. Not so much of handling the ball, moving more like Klay Thompson a little bit. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, I told y'all, man, Willie's not that guy, man. I was hoping we was gonna get that Udoka, whatever his name is. You see, he was in the championship not too long ago, man. He know what he doing, and I just see it. You can just see it like on people's demeanor, what they bring, to the game, man. You just look at Udoka the whole game. He just on alert, just energized. You know how we say we want to see that energy, we want to see that that want, man. You can just see it on his demeanor the whole game, man. He just, you know, he just gives that, man. And then we got too cool BI. I love BI, man. He's a very skilled guy, but he got to get some grit in him. He got, but but he, you know, players show you who they are. They're never gonna change. That is what it is. Who they are, especially when they late in their career, like, you know, middle of their career, like BI is and stuff. They are who they are. So, but man, your coaching's a big part of it. But yes, I do, and I want Jose. I can't wait till Jose come back. All the guys, Jose, Trey Murphy. We can do a lot. Trey Murphy coming back, and especially Jose. He gonna bring that spark. We do need a spark player. Someone who's gonna initiate some energy, and yeah, man. So that's therapy session, man.
There you go. And you don't even need insurance in there, brother. See, that was totally free there, man. Get that out, man. So, DC, I'm gonna give DC an opportunity to kind of respond. DC, go ahead and respond, my brother, before you drop off.
Yeah, my man, he laid it out, bro. I don't really have a lot to respond to that. A lot of valid points, and he has been saying that. I've seen you say that several times now. But maybe I'm just a little optimistic. I think Willie can turn it around at a certain point. Definitely not seeing that yet. He is a new coach. They do like him. They do listen to him. So I think we still can get it together. But it's unacceptable what's going on right now, man. Zion is going to have to be the focal point of this team. Mm-hmm. At some point, we're going to have to fully transition to that. BI is going to have to play a little bit more within the scheme and know when to do his little ISO thing, because we need that. You need a creator. You need somebody who can get their own shot at a high level, but it just needs to be a little more under control. I see you, Big Sean, Doc Rivers. That's interesting. And Doc, I think, was one of the coaches we went at before Willie. So that would be interesting. But
hell no.
Hey, I think
hell no.
You got to turn the show off in the background, whoever doing that. But I'm not trying to get rid of Willie Green, J Black. I'm just reading what the people put in there. But it ain't the end of the world, man. Sky ain't falling. We have a right to be upset, tired of seeing the same thing. Everybody's making a lot of valid points, man, but we still got half of the team damn near coming back. Got Jose coming back, Trey coming back, CJ coming back, Najee's coming back, and you got Herb. So we've still yet to see what all this looks like with everybody out there, regardless of how we feel about it. We ain't seen it.
Man, we got Zion BI out there, man.
Nah, we definitely should be able to have a business with just Zion and BI. But I'm just saying, we have the luxury of not only just having those guys, we have a lot of other players, along with the addition of Jordan Hawkins, man, who has proven to me in a very short time that he will be a good player in the NBA for a very long time.
Yes, sir.
So we still have a lot of things to look forward to, and our potential is extremely high still with everything we're dealing with right now. So if this is rock bottom for us this season right now, and everything else is ascending beyond this point, I take that.
All right, DC. With that, are you switching your pick? You still got the Pelicans losing, or are you gonna switch it to win?
The Pelicans are losing, bro. All those people are not coming back tomorrow.
Okay.
and the coaching philosophy is not going to change on tomorrow or whenever the game
That's
is.
true, but we playing Dallas, man. If you really look at Dallas is a team that's healthy for one. and they're extremely talented, man. If we were playing to the level that everybody feels we should with BI and Zion right now, it still would be a stretch to beat this Dallas team the way they're playing right now. This would be a team, if we lost to, it'd be like, you get them next time. Because Dallas is just playing at that high of a level, and they've surrounded themselves with a good team. They saw where they lacked last year after they kind of took their foot off the gas, and they went and reinforced their team with people that can play defense and get them some points. And they were already ridiculous at scoring. So if they could fortify their defense, we knew Dallas would be dangerous.
Who can we beat right now?
What'd you say?
Who can we beat right now?
Oh, you have to pull the schedule up and do some math equations, bro.
I mean, we should have beat Houston on today.
We can't beat them. Shit.
I mean, we should have beat them on today. I know that for sure.
Dallas been kicking ass as of late right now.
Yeah.
Healthy. I tell you damn right we can beat Dallas, but like right now, we're a little wounded right now, man.
We might can beat the Wizards.
Jay Black, are you there, sir?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I don't know. I might be seeing it different than damn near everybody else is seeing it, because they play much better than they played against the Timberwolves. They BI ain't do that isolation as much until later on in the game, but I said this, I believe the second game I came on after we won against the Knicks, and said this was the worst officiating I ever seen. I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep saying it, if nobody ain't gonna believe me, but the game was supposed to be, we were supposed to run away with the game in the third quarter. It was 65-60. Take foul, Zion going to the basket. He gets thrown out the game. He get another tech, get thrown out the game. We make 3 free throws. We up 68-60. That next possession, we got 3 defensive calls back to back. Huh? I can't hear you say that again. I don't know what you said. I couldn't even hear you.
That's somebody.
Oh, all right. That was my other phone. Yeah, that was my other. No, I don't got the show on.
No, not somebody.
That I don't know. I got my motherfucking screen on, but I don't got the show on. In fact, let me cut the ad thing off.
No.
Yeah, you still hear it?
No.
All right. So now we got a 3 foul calls back to back. Then we got an offensive charging call on BI. Then they start creeping back in the game. Then it was 68-68. From then on, it seemed like they called so many fouls for us. Oh wait, Dillon Brooks, he had 5 fouls at the beginning of the fourth quarter. He played the whole fourth quarter. He played both of them. He played BI and Zion defensively. And they allowed, Zion went to the basket. That's when he missed the layup, and Big V grabbed the rebound. Dillon Brooks grabbed it, and they was tussling for it, and it was a jump ball, but the jump ball wasn't between Dillon Brooks. It was the center, and they won a jump ball, went down, scored, got an and one. It was a lot of questionable calls, I would say. With all that being said, Dyson Daniels shouldn't have the ball at the end of the goddamn game. I'm sorry, he's a good player, he's good, all that. BI had the chance to keep the ball and bring the ball up. He gave it to Dyson Daniels. They was running sets at the end of the game. when they used to when they was supposed to be running isolation. They did not run isolation at the end of the game as much as they run it when they down. It's like it's a weird dynamic. When they supposed to run isolation, they do the opposite. They was running plays. Dyson Daniels was running multiple actions. Everybody. That's how BI fell down because he was at the 3-point line trying to get the ball from Dyson Daniels. He fell down. They was trying to run an action. No. Give me the ball from the start. I bring the ball down, or Zion brings the ball down. Neither one of them brought the ball down in the fourth quarter at all. At all. It was a serious problem with that. And the coaching, we said this last year that when Ime Udoka got fired, we was asking how could we get him. I remember me vividly saying, how could we get him as the coach? Because he automatically make his teams play harder. They always play defense. They always have a clear identity. This team don't have a clear identity. Is identity. We don't know who team it is. Last time I came up here, I said whose team it is. Is it Zion's team? Is it BI? Is 1A, 1B? Is no leader, but it needs to be a leader on the court. And we wanted to be Zion, but Zion more of a back row. He want to take the back seat. BI is more the leader. The vocal leaders is more other people, but it needs to be Zion. And there's a lot of things, but it's not doom and gloom to me because we played better. We showed a lot of improvement from last game to this game. And if I would have seen the BI seen last game, I'd come up here and raise hell about BI, like, because he was doing a lot of isolation last game. He ain't do as much. He was getting people involved. He got people. He got a lot of assists, and a lot of our turnovers is more the foul calls. There's not really. It was some like 6 or 7 was really legit, and they scored on a lot of them shits. On damn near most of them, but it's more these refs is influencing the game. Like we were supposed to win this game in multiple different fashions, and everybody's seeing it. It's just nobody want to say it. Fuck it, I'll be the person that said it. That's how I feel. I could debate anybody on call for call. Dylan Brooks don't get called for fouls, and Ant even said it. What was that game he said when he got 5 fouls and he said, I know they ain't gonna foul me out because I'm one of the stars of the league. So I could play as aggressive as he want defensively. We need that attitude with our stars. They need to push the envelope to see if the ref is going to call them for 5 fouls to get them out the game because they got to play more aggressive defense and see what the chips fly from there.
Well, hold on, Jay Black. I think you still echoing. But listen, even if the Pelicans did push that, I think the Pelicans players would definitely foul out. Ain't no doubt about that. They'll foul Zion out of there. They'll foul BI out of there. They who attacks the basket more than Zion gets beat up. And tonight he had what was it, about 9 attempts from the foul line, I want to say today, maybe 11. I think he was 9 of 11, something like that. I don't have my stats up. But
yeah, he was.
So I'm thinking he would definitely he gets beat up all the time. That's why I was kind of saying he needs to start. And we talk about him working on it in practice and whatever he's doing, but that should need to translate to a live game, man. You know, doing all that stuff in practice. He's going to have to start working on the middle, taking that mid-range shot, man, to draw people out to make it a little easy on him because they give him that. They know he wants to get to that hip. He got to change the game. We talked about making the adjustments and changing things. That has to be a thought process. He gets beat up. He gets whacked across it. Valanciunas gotten whacked across his arms. You know, and I'm not really surprised by the foul calling in this matchup against Houston because we're in their building. I expect that type of bull crap to happen, even though it happened to us in our building. But I expect that to happen on the road with a team we're trying to beat. But once again, even though the bastard referees called the game like they called it, the Pelicans still should have won this game just on free throws alone. I'm just keeping it real. Lexxah, go ahead. I'm going to give you the room.
Well, just what you're saying about that. I know a lot has been talked about as far as Zion, with him shooting and everything. But the thing is like we still have to get to the foul line. If you look at other teams, their stars, they get to the foul line. That's a huge part of the game. And we still need that because nobody else is gonna nobody else is providing that, not as much as Zion is. So I mean, the thing is, I mean, yeah, like I feel like his shot is gonna come, but even so, why are we adjusting the game? Why should we have to adjust the game to the refs? We should be adjusting to, the opponent team, not to them. Like, just like anybody else goes in the lane, they make those calls. I mean, at some point in time, you got to call the game and not the politics of the game. I mean, it is still a basketball game.
Right. We talk about that all the time, though. It does cross into each other. Like we talk about when adjustments need to be made. Sometimes you do have to adjust to what the refs game is, what they're doing and how they calling it. That do tie into the physicality of the game. Like if they calling it real sensitive, you got to back off a little bit. But I'm speaking in terms of the Pelicans from a like I said, simple. And there's y'all are 100% right. We all attacking this thing from multiple angles, and everybody's right here. What they're saying, everybody's right. This is just another right point. Is that the fact that the Pelicans, if they hit the foul shots, we win the game. Simple enough. We still have a lot of stuff to clean up in this contest, but also with Zion Williamson's game, yeah, he attacks. He got that tonight. 11. I wish he gets 11. He would get 11, at least 10 to 11 attempts a game, as much as he gets knocked on the floor. I mean, that other guy, he's not even a freaking star in the game. Green. I mean, you would think he was on Zion or LeBron's level. He gets to the cup, he throws his head back, he gets the call in the building. It's just ridiculous, but it is
And
what it is.
Houston was doing a whole lot of that whiplash, stuff. They were
Right.
doing a whole lot of that.
It was doing that. The guy of the center, Saint Singoon or whatever the hell his name is. This dude was flopping all
Yeah.
over that place.
Alperin.
Right. He tripped like what was it, under the goal? Somebody got fouled, or somebody got fouled, and then he went, jumped up, got the rebound, came down, and then fumbled over his own feet. Like I'm like, what is this dude doing, man? What are you doing? But they don't. But that's what I'm saying in terms of like all of the shenanigans and the bullshit that they say. Well, the Pelicans Zion need to do this and that, needs to flop a little bit. Nah, we don't need to do none of
No,
that.
he shouldn't have to do that, man. I
No,
mean, do we hate flopping, or then we gonna be clowning Zion or anybody else about
Zion too big
they
to be
doing all that.
flopping like that.
You know what I'm saying? Zion a big dude. He plays the game. You know what I'm saying? He goes in there to score the point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into that flopping. I don't want our players to do that. That's
Indeed.
not basketball.
So once again, we looking at it, and I'm throwing it out to the family members. I know we discussed it, but let's kind of solution orientate. Let's get solution orientated. This could be, and I'm not saying they win this game. I picked them to lose. I think the last two, wasn't it, Lexxah? The last two games, I think.
Yeah.
And in this game tonight, I'm picking them to lose the game on Sunday against the Mavericks, because I'm in my show me mindset right now, because I know the Pelicans, they have enough talent to win. And you're right, Lexxah, you and DC right about the Pelicans getting in their own way. They are in their own way, missing foul shots, not playing good enough defense, just totally being just not putting the full game together, and having these flip-floppish quarters where whether it's the third or the second, it's a roving quarter now, but the Pelicans have to put together a full game. And it's just one of them things where it's just, will they do it? I'm not believing in the excuse that we got to get all these other people back before we actually win, because that's just not how it's supposed to go. We got two of the biggest names on the team. We got three viable options that we can run this team through and have success. But once again, you mentioned Coach Willie. You talked about his scheme. You talked about his play calling. I think that's a big part of what's going on. One of the major reasons what's going on with this team is the identity. So let's talk about the identity of the team. How do we rectify that? How do we fix the identity issues the Pelicans have? Because me personally, and I guess you would say an offensive identity. Defensively, I think it'd probably be, to me, it'd be easier for them to do that. We got to lock in and play better defense, and we got to be more fundamental. We got to be able to hit the foul shots and the stuff that I always talk about for I don't know how many damn years I've been doing this show. I always talk about the same damn stuff with the Pelicans. Foul shots, hitting free throws. They're free throws. They're supposed to be the easiest damn shot out there. There's nobody opposing you. And we have to be able to convert those. We have to convert those as a higher clip if we want to have success. But let's talk about schematics. Let's talk about what we need to do in terms to win this game going forward. Because Dallas, as good as they're playing right now, they can have an off game Sunday coming up, and the Pelicans could be saying, okay, we're good to be back home in the Smoothie King Center. Primetime game. It could be something popping right there. I won't bet on it, but what say you?
I think the number one thing is to establish the hierarchy on a team, because you can clearly see that that's killing us. Got to establish that.
So the hierarchy right now, it's, I mean, we all know it's supposed to be Zion. Zion is the focal point of this team. It's supposed to be Zion squad, and everybody's supposed to be helping Zion. We know that's how it's supposed to be ran. But
But it's not.
It's not. It's not. It's not. And of course, the Valachunas thing as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff, man. It's like we struggle to totally utilize Valachunas the way we're supposed to. And it's some bright spots there. I do like how a rookie's playing. Jordan is playing. He's playing phenomenal. So we got something right there. Matt Ryan didn't give us anything off the bench tonight. He had one shot attempt tonight. So one of our shooters didn't really handle their business. So, I mean, it's the KLJ thing, not playing him and playing C. Brian, who is not very good defensively in my book and can't shoot the three well. You know, so I don't see a lot of the things that's going on. I think it's just a comedy of errors right here. So Dallas is a team they are built well. Grant Williams is there. They have Lively. What's your kid? The high flyer that used to like to dunk on people. What's his name? Derek Jones.
That Derek Jones.
Yeah, Derek Jones is there. I think he's starting for them. So, and then plus the guys coming off the bench too. So, and Jay Kidd's running it. He had an opportunity for the last several years now to build that squad up, and they playing real confidently. Kyrie he got his paper. He's happy. Luka, he seems to be happy, and they're rolling. So, I mean, it's a tough task. I pick them to lose it, but man, you never know, man. In the NBA, the Pelicans could be pissed off enough to do something about it for at least one game. They got to get up off the snide. This is 4 games that they lost. They back home in the Smoothie King Center. So I'm throwing this out to the family members, man. We need to turn it around, man. And you said the hierarchy, Lex, kind of expound on that.
Oh, just what you said. I mean, the thing is that it's a huge identity crisis. Like we don't who's the guy on this team? It's supposed to be Zion, but you know,
yeah, Zion supposed to be Zion.
It's not him. I mean, the team drafted this guy, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you look at all these other teams, you can clearly see who that guy is. And that's been established. You know, everybody knows that, you know, Dallas, that's Doncic's team. Everybody knows that. Same thing with, you know, the Nuggets, with the T-Wolves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows it's obvious. But that's not established, man. And then I think another thing, it looks like we don't understand the strengths and weaknesses of the player personnel. We don't understand our personnel and how to make them work. Now I think we talk a lot about how, okay, well, he doesn't work because or they don't work because they occupy too much of the same space. But then that comes back to coaching. That comes back to setting up your players where they complement each other. And I just feel like, okay, so what did you do all off season? You should have been doing your studying. You should have been doing your research. That's what you had that time for, to gather that intel. You have enough film. You know what you know the spots that your players like. You know what the players on your team, you know what they can do. You know where, okay, man, this guy's gonna thrive doing this right here. And then then on top of that, you apply what they've improved in the offseason. But I just feel like, you know, a lot of just of the simple things as far as understanding this team, I don't even feel like the coaches understand their team. We can easily talk about, you know, trading somebody away or whatever. But the thing is like, these are the players that we have right now. It's your job to take out that time and understand. I don't feel like with this Borrego offense, you knew that you were going to be applying a new offense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all can't get together like in the off season and you know what I'm saying? Just outside of, you know, just the training camp and regular season. But the offense looks much the same like it did last season. Probably worse.
Hold on. Go ahead.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead,
Jay. What I'm seeing. Now going back to the Dallas Mavericks, how we could beat them. It looks like they're the number one team in 3-point shooting and 3-point shooting field goal percentage. So we got to get them. We got to get them off the line. I don't know if they do it in transition. I don't know if they do it in set plays, but it looked like 3-point percentage is their thing. They average 119. They give up 114. So that's they're decent defense. Our defense is 116. We score 109. This is gonna look like a high scoring game. We got to keep our turnovers low and try to run them off the line. I would say we need to attack what the mismatches dictate, and I would suggest that be the power forward position. Zion Williamson, he should have a mismatch damn near every game, but some games he don't. This game, I think he should have one. So, and Maxi Kleber don't look like he's gonna be there. So, but then we have two dynamic guards. I forgot about that. Are we going against two dynamic guards? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we don't got nobody to stop two dynamic guards. When we played against Golden State, yeah, it was a problem. When we played against a lot of teams with two dynamic guards, it's a problem. So I don't see this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard press.
So Jay Black says it's a loss.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
their backcourt is really. I mean, they have a nice backcourt, and we have been struggling against shifty guards. And you were talking about the Hawks with Murray and
Young.
Trae Young.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay Black. Yeah, Jay Black, you said something, man.
Oh no! I said I was talking about Atlanta Hawks.
No, go ahead.
Oh no! You go ahead. I'm gonna mute myself on.
Oh no, go ahead, Jay Black. I just made a small comment. I was just saying, y'all said Atlanta Hawks. I said another team we were supposed to beat, because that game, we had that game. That game was crazy.
I think we're playing in the right direction. I really do. I think some of these teams is matchup problems. Then there's some teams that they're hot at the right time, and then you got to make adjustments on the fly. That's not one of our strong suits. So our strong suits is usually we're actually trying to learn this offense, learn the sweet spots of what. And I think Zion said it in his post-game interview when he said it's an equal opportunity offense. Everybody's touching the ball. Last year, he had the ball in his hands a lot more. This year the ball is not in his hands as much. So they're trying to see what is our best offense, what's the best lineups. Tonight they had like a 10-man rotation. The other nights they was playing 8 to 9-man rotations. We got to play more players. I get that we don't want to see Sebring, we don't want to see these guys, but we need to play these guys so they can maximize that. We need the bodies. The play as intense as they want them to do on offense and in defense, because so Zion and BI played defense tonight. I seen them going for blocks. I seen them gambling. I seen them playing defense. So this wasn't one of the games that they was like lack on defense. They was playing their hearts out. I just think in the game situation, time management, understand who got what fouls, how to go and get them to draw fouls, how to get your spot off. Zion admitted that he could have took it to the basket. He tried to do a jump pass to Jordan in the corner, and it got stolen. And they came down. I think they hit a 3 or got a foul and one. It was a lot of things like that, like consistent turnovers at the wrong time. Like, so I can't give them the young pass. Like, they're young. They should. I don't know, the IQ. We gotta IQ gotta improve. We get there. I ain't gonna stress over this shit though.
Yeah, I'm still optimistic. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still optimistic about the season. I'm just upset about this game because we should have won. You know, being up by 7 or 8 in the last couple of minutes, it was very feasible to still win. And I understand what you were talking about, Big Q, as far as with the free throws. I'm definitely with you on that. Definitely got to knock all those down. But obviously, you know, it's a game of runs. I mean, it's easy to say that, you know, obviously when the game, you know, at the end of the game, but, you know, we still had that chance even with those missed free throws. I mean, being up by that much. I know it's not a lot, but, you know, this being up by 8 points against this team compared to being up 8 points against the Warriors, it's kind of scary with the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, shoot, that ain't enough. Shoot, being up 20 points on the Warriors ain't enough. But, you know, same thing with the Nuggets. But, you know, with this team, we should have won this game. And I'm just, you know, it's better to win this game and not be, you know, on a 4-game losing streak. I mean, who wants to embrace being on a losing streak? So
yeah, indeed, Lex. You know, I get it, and I'm the same way. I'm optimistic about the season. I eventually I think that they will figure it out, and I think that's why Willie has this patience thing about him, that he believes that eventually they get. And listen, he a lot of the stuff that goes on inside of the building, like what's going on with the medicals, and he's privy to all that stuff, so they know exactly when guys are supposed to be coming back, and they're having a dialogue or whatnot. We feel the way we feel because what you're saying is 100% fact. They're not playing. You know, the difference between the Minnesota game in terms of the effort, and it was the urgency. Yeah, they came out and they were really going back and forth with this Houston team. You know, they were competing, and at some point, I was, man, we got this game. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna win. We're gonna break this knot, and then they can't complete it. They can't put it all together. So, but that's what I see what Willie's saying, and we watched enough for Willie to understand that. And I know you don't agree with his approach, and I agree with you. I think he needs to be a little bit more assertive in terms of him coming out and being more aggressive with the players. Not, you know, to the point where they'd be like, well, who the hell is this guy? You know, but kind of ratcheting it up a degree, rising up the sense of urgency for the players that he do have, because they're really a bunch of really good bright spots for the Pelicans during this game, like players that played. Like I like what Jayhawk did. Even though Dyson gave us 10 points, he was +9 on the plus minus. He has some positive things. He missed his
Yeah,
three.
he had a double-double.
Right. He had a double tonight. That's positive. And I do like the fact that how Jeremy Robinson Earl has been playing. I'm not, I like how he gave us
Yeah.
5 points today. He came in there and played a little defense. So I hit that as a bright spot. Matt Ryan didn't do anything for us. He played 16 minutes, took one foul shot. One free field goal, and that was it. The 3-point shot that didn't go down, and he didn't do any damn thing else after that. But like I said, we kind of it's just something's got to change, and I ultimately believe we'll start getting some of these players back, and we'll start moving forward. So like they sent EJ Liddell to the G League, sent him there, and that was interesting. And I was like, okay, we kind of shorthanded or whatever, but we got Robinson Earl, right? So
Yeah.
Robinson Earl is doing this thing. So in the end, we'll see how it works. The next matchup is Sunday afternoon, 6 p.m. Dallas Mavericks in the Smoothie King Center. The first of 6, I want to say, Lexxah, 6 games at home, man. That's very new. So we'll see what happens there moving forward. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to get ready to close out the stream. Listen, I appreciate all the family members for chiming in on this episode of the show tonight, man. Listen, I wish we were coming to you with happier news, but sometimes you can't win them all, and it appears like Pelicans can't win them all. They're just losing them all, but eventually they'll turn it around, man. I gotta say, but I still pick their ass to lose Sunday. So anyway, all right. Anyway, Alexis with DC's with me.
Don't say it so happy.
Oh yeah.
Don't say it so happy, but I still picked them to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
Yes.
Oh man, that's awful. That's awful.
Happening to my Willie, that Willie energy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, smirking on the thing. I was about to.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's just. Why are you smirking, Dove? Why are you smirking?
Like, man, we should have won this game. But that's just how the man is. I'm telling you, we know we want them to win right now because we know the games are in hand. It's not like they got handled in this game. They had this game. They should have beat this team. This is a team that we had some problems with last year, and they wasn't even close to having the talent that they had this year. When you got Adoko there, you got Fred Van Vliet and Dylan Brooks and a couple of the guys they added, and now you got Smith. He's more mature and coming into this season. And it's just we knew them. Lex, come on, we knew coming into this season that Houston would present some problems. We knew that Dallas would present. Everybody in the Southwest had ratcheted up, and we knew that eventually the Pelicans would have to stand on their square and stand toe to toe to these guys to bat them down. So we knew what time it was, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole league has improved. Well, a lot of teams. Obviously, Cats. They added, to their rosters and things, but just the West has gotten tougher. And I just think the energy that's being played, and I've been talking a whole lot about the energy, but just the energy of these other teams, they're just getting after it. They know who they are. And it's like, even though we haven't had this group fully together, we should know a whole lot and be a whole lot further. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? If we have the talent, I feel like we should be a whole lot further than what we are. But it's a head scratcher.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, man. I can't. I don't know, man. I will see what they got to do on Sunday, 6 p.m. Sunday, and that'll be right after the Saints play. Few hours after the Saints play, the Minnesota Vikings. We get the Pelicans against the Mavericks. So we'll see, man. I'm gonna be optimistic about it. Even though I picked them to lose, I want them to prove me wrong, man. Prove me wrong. All right. So anyway, with that being said, let me get out on that. Listen, I appreciate all the family members for joining us in the episode of the show. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed with other Pelicans faithful, man. We up in this thing, Pelican Postgame Report, representing. So with that being said, we're gonna get out on that. Appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna holler at y'all on the recap on Sunday stream. Much love and
Peace.
Peace.
Show us the edge. The chip on the shoulders, the fighting, the passion that comes from within. Try to win on every level. Yeah. Expectations high. Gotta show them you can fly. Play harder, better, smarter. Baby, put the league on notice. Show me the edge. Play with the edge. Show me the edge. Play with the edge. Show me the edge. Show me the edge. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, done seen the walk of shame enough. Wanna see the walk of winning, time to come up and bring out the apple. Don't every play, every possession. How bad you want it, love, do you want it all? This ain't a blood of love, built for something greater. Attacking all obstacles, coming for the ring, my precious. You got the juice, the will, the heart, the fire. Show 'em the proof, show 'em that it shall be done. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many